elders and the holders, and Mekau, and Mekau, and Mekau, and Mekau, and Mekau. Today, being 30th of June, 2026, we have come here to bring to an end this misleading information to the general public concerning the leadership in Rumueme town. And this press release is titled Paramount Rulership of Rumueme in Perspective, Setting the Record Straight. The attention of Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and Owhor holders has been drawn to the oral representation and various publications via the electronic and print media touching the concerning the apparent and vexed issue of the existence or non-existence of the position of Paramount Ruler of Rumueme Town in Obio local government area, Rivers State. We are aware that some persons within and outside Rumueme Town have put on the toga of feeding the general public, including Rivers State government, with erroneous and misleading facts in relation to the Paramount Rulership of Rumueme Town. We are always also aware that some persons in Rumueme Town who are either dead or alive have at some point in time held out or are being still holding themselves out or allow themselves to be held out as Paramount Ruler of Rumueme Town with self-styled titles such as Nyenweli Rumueme Kingdom or Apiti of Rumueme Kingdom, titles which are unknown to Rumueme history. Such persons have used the aforestated titles to deceive functionaries, agencies of the Rivers State government, corporate bodies operating within and outside Rivers State, to gather up for themselves undeserving attention and recognition. We must place it on record that claims by any person or group of persons to the Paramount Rulership of Rumueme Town cannot be unfounded and indeed misleading. To this end, we deem it necessary and expedient to set the record straight in order to clear every doubt about the Paramount Rulership of Rumueme Town and to lift the general public out of the murky waters which they have been led into regarding the Paramount Rulership of Rumueme Town. From its inception, Rumueme has never been a kingdom, as it is not and has never been ruled by or under the control of a king. The reference to Rumueme Town as Rumueme Kingdom is but a misnomer and indeed misleading. Such reference to Rumueme Town as Rumueme Kingdom can only be appropriate when Rumueme Town comes under the rulership or control of a king. History relates that the now Rumueme people are descendants of immigrant warriors who arrived at the present-day Rumueme from Ishoko to fight a war popularly known as Rumueme War. At the end of the Rumueme War, they settled on the conquered land after routing its original owners, and thereafter instituted a system of government which was constituted of Owhor holders and elders of various groups such as Ebara, Owhor, and Akpor, of warriors of who came from Ishoko to fight the Oriental War. Thus, Rumueme was ruled by a college of Owhor holders and elders. They moved their meeting places from one community stroke villages to the others as it suited them. And during such meetings, they took decisions on issues affecting Rumueme at large. As time progressed, the need to have a formal body to oversee the town arose. In the end, the Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and holders was better. The council drew membership from the major communities through villages that make up Rumueme today. Owing to unbridled ambition and the quest for power, certain unscrupulous persons in Rumueme enlisted the support of fickle-minded Rumueme persons and began to arrogate to themselves the position of overall head or paramount ruler of Rumueme town, whilst attaching the Suffix kingdom to the name Rumueme after their self-assumed titles. Notably among these persons was the late Nyenweli Rumueme Kingdom, aka OCC. He claimed to be Nyenweli or Apiti of Rumueme, titles which he used interchangeably as it suited him. He became embattled and began to arrogate to himself the non-existent position of paramount ruler of Rumueme. This unbridled ambition of late Nyenweli to become the paramount ruler of Rumueme precipitated several court cases, many of cases centered on pedigree and the question of overall authority in Rumueme town, cascading to the issue of paramount ruler or overall head of Rumueme town, which bear directly on the issue mentioned above, is suit number PSC 293/92. Chief Amadi Dikobu and two others versus Wonder Frank Amadi and 11 others. In the said suit, one of the issues which called for resolution was the issue of overall authority in Rumueme. The learned judge, the learned trial judge, Ndo J, as he then was, at page 32 of the judgment, held in relation to the de jure overall authority in Rumueme. Thus, I rather believe DW1 and DW2 that the defendants are some of the members of Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and the Owhor holders. I believe then that the 8th defendant is the Owhor holder of Akaniwo family. I believe then that the traditional authority of Rumueme lies in the Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and the Owhor holders, and that its composition is drawn from the respective chiefs of the villages or families in Rumueme. I believe them that the respective villages, and families have the powers to install their own chiefs, who become their representative at the Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and Owhor holders. Underlying for emphasis. As set out above, it is beyond any argument or conjecture that prior to and up till the date of the sale judgment, and even beyond, Rumueme Town did not and still does not have a paramount ruler, by whatever name or title called. The power to administer the town resides in Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and Owhor holders, which, as confirmed by the judgment of High Court of Rivers State and the aforementioned suit, is a traditional authority in Rumueme. A copy of judgment is annexed herewith for easy reference. The plaintiff in the suit number PHC/293/92 proceeded to Court of Appeal in appeal number CA/PH/25/99, Chief Amadi Ikogu and 2 others versus Owhor Frank Amadi and 11 others against the judgment of High Court of Rivers State. Again, the appellants lost the appeal as the Court of Appeal, in a unanimous judgment delivered on the 30th day of January 2008, dismissed the appeal. A further appeal by the appellant to the Supreme Court of Nigeria in appeal number SC/460/2010 was unsuccessful as the Supreme Court struck out the notice of appeal. Copies of judgment of the appeal court and the Supreme Court also herewith annexed for easy reference. The settled position of the courts, including the highest court of Nigeria, Supreme Court of Nigeria, confirming the Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and holders as the traditional authority in Rumueme. Some unscrupulous and mischief makers in Rumueme, apparently supported by forces outside Rumueme town, have taken it upon themselves to distort historical facts about Rumueme, particularly the question of Paramount Rulership of Rumueme. They have also deliberately embarked on dishing out to the public narratives in relation to the question of Paramount Rulership in Rumueme town, which are not in agreement with the settled position of the courts of the land in respect thereto. In consequence of the foregoing, the general public is, by this press release, informed and indeed advised to disregard any claim by anybody to the Paramount Rulership of Rumueme by whatever title, as such claims are misleading and intended to deceive the public. This press release is signed by Chief George Ikwerre JP, the chairman of Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and holders, for and on behalf of Rumueme Council of Chiefs, elders, and Owhor holders.